Hello everyone. The app I'm going to be presenting on today is called Nearpod.com. This is available on computers as well as on devices such as iPad or another tablet. This app is really neat because you can find or create your own lessons. You can share your lessons live and they get presented with a code and you can interact with the students. So for example, if you're presenting from your desktop computer or from a smart board, you can share the lesson live and the kids can interact with their own tablets or iPad. I'm going to go up here, log myself in so I can show you all some lessons. Here I've saved 3 lessons. These are different type of lessons that you can do. I'll show you where you can find these in just a moment. This is an icebreaker. I'm going to preview the lesson. You can see I had different choices there. This is for grades K through 6. It says Icebreakers Would You Rather. And you can go through and it shows you, gives you the directions. You can see it's popping up poll there. It shows you the question and then each student gets to pick their own answer. And then the next slide gives them time to talk about how they decided and give their reasons behind it. This lesson has 10 questions on it. This question is, would you rather lose every game you played or not be able to play at all? When you're done with a lesson, you can just hit the back button. The next thing that you can do is down here you'll see it says field trips. This lesson includes a virtual field trip. This lesson that includes the virtual field trip also includes a teacher guide of the lesson. I'm going to go full screen so we can see all this. It includes the teacher guide, so it tells you what you need in addition to the lesson, as well as what the lesson includes. It starts with an essential question, objectives, start with what you already know, and here it says draw or write, and you can draw on your board right here. And then it says they want to begin the lesson. It's going to talk about what the lesson includes. I'm going to skip ahead. This has a presentation within the presentation. I'm going to skip ahead to where we go on the virtual field trip. Virtual field trip, it says, let's visit Abraham and Mary Todd Lincoln's home in Springfield, Illinois. And then it gives you a few facts about their home. And here is the virtual field trip. And as you can see, the screen is rotating so you can see all around. I think one of the neatest things about this app and the fact that it includes stuff like this is that, especially with the youngsters, you're not going to be able to get out and about and out of the classroom very much. So this allows them a way to see without having to leave. And here's your Think, Pair, Share question. What was the most interesting fact you learned about Abraham Lincoln's early life? And you can put it right here. This lesson actually includes 2 virtual field trips. That was the first one that we just glanced at. The second part of the lesson talks about his later life in the Gettysburg Address. And the second virtual field trip is to Gettysburg, which I thought was really neat. This is someplace I've never been. You can see it shows you in a cemetery. And as a teacher, you do have to talk through this. I guess if I was going to say there was a downside, that would be it. That instead of having someone else talk about it, you have to. But that's not really a downside. It's just a personal preference. I would like almost like a tour guide type there, but it's also great just to have this visual while you are explaining to your kids on their level what you are looking at. As I said before, you can share the lesson live. You can also do student-paced, meaning that everybody gets to look at it on their own devices, but they are doing what I'm doing now. They control where the screen goes. The last lesson I'm going to share is what would be just a regular, almost everyday lesson that you would incorporate. This happens to be about Groundhog Day because that is, this weekend. It's their holiday series. Starts with the essential question, gives the learning objectives. You start the lesson. This one starts with a class discussion. Also starts with a poll. It says, do you want to learn about Groundhog Day? Encourage your students to be honest. Yes, maybe, no. They have no idea what Groundhog Day is. Talks about who celebrates Groundhog Day. Has a think, pair, share. There's another class discussion. Then you're going to learn about groundhogs. Learn about Groundhog Day. This one has a video clip. Go full screen again so we can see all of it.
Okay, guys, are we ready?
It says last Groundhog Day.
Remove our lock, please.
In the free version, you do get pop-up ads, but just X them away.
Ladies and gentlemen, Punxsutawney Phil!
And then I like that it gives you the option to draw a picture. It says draw a snowflake. It was a long winter. Draw a flower if it was an early spring. And again, on their own devices, they get to draw a snowflake or flower. It learns more, talking about what a groundhog is, where they live, how people started the tradition. I didn't know this, but Germans, settlers in Pennsylvania, used a hedgehog to predict the weather, and then when they moved, they switched to groundhogs. But I did not know a hedgehog was ever used to predict the weather. And then this has a review, a very short 4-question quiz. Exit full screen. The last thing I want to show today is you can create your own lesson. I'm not going to take the time to create a full lesson, but it says create a Nearpod lesson. You can make your own interactive lessons in Nearpod. You can upload existing PowerPoint, PDFs, or Google Slides. So I thought that is really neat. You can also skip that part and just start from scratch and start your own slides. This is free. Can log in and create your own free account. As I said before, you can go on here, you can learn by subjects. With your free account, you have access to most of this. There are some that are paid lessons. They are not that expensive. It would be one of those. These down here are paid lessons. Like this one's $4.99. That's not a bad price if you decide that is something that you want to do. But there are lots to choose from, broken down by subjects. Which ones have the virtual reality in them? Here are the new ones. Holidays. And free. So I guess everybody should check it out. Have a great day.